All right. We just saw Fnatic beat Clutch Gaming in a disgusting fashion. Let's continue on to IG versus Team Liquid. Gragas first pick, Lian pick Olaf and Kaiser. Kaiser higher prior for some teams than Xayah, but I disagree with it. YamatoCannon locked in, Fiddlesticks as a counter. Let's take a look at the bans. Kale, Team Liquid ban, Kiana, and Syndra. Blue side bans, which is interesting. Pantheon, red side ban for IG. Jarvan ban was something that Xmithy really played well yesterday. But he picked it into Gragas specifically, so maybe it's a wasted ban. And then Galio also. They're just removing this combo that they used so effectively yesterday, but I don't know if Galio mid is a thing yet. We've seen it support a couple of times. I don't know how good it is mid, and as long as I don't see it, I don't know how to judge it. Here, IG are giving some respect here to Team Liquid, as the Shy is getting the last pick. Orianna is the blind pick, which is decent, honestly. Syndra is out, LeBlanc is out, two of the best picks into it, and maybe Akali is the worst one that she can play against right now. Or I don't know how dead Silas mid is, honestly. I thought Silas mid would still be played. And that's a GP. So this is a great Vladimir game. Very different from yesterday. This is a good Vladimir game. GP, I guess he likes it against Fiddlesticks. He doesn't need to worry about the fear. The fear is very deadly, and GP has his vitamin C's. So he can definitely do things. Akali mid lane, as predicted. Orianna, Vladimir, let's see this time around. This time around the matchup is much better. So Nuguri yesterday played Aatrox Vladimir matchup. This is much better for Vladimir. I don't know, I don't think the Shy is gonna play Klepto. I like the spellbook Vladimir, honestly. I like spellbook because all of the summoners are so good for Vladimir. And also the classic sorcery phase rush Vladimir is also fine. I doubt he's going Klepto. It's not that great into GP. GP has some windows early on in the matchup because GP is just so OP early. Bottom, definitely Xayah Rakan. If they can get some ganks here from Xmithy, they can snowball onto the fiddle very easily. So now, Impact had a great game yesterday, but was it because Nuguri was running it down and had the worst matchup? We will see today. Gangplank is definitely an Impact special, so I expect him to do well. Gangplank is a champion that I respect. Impact's Gangplank. It's like Vigichaja Gangplank. I predict IG to win this game though, based off of draft and based off of play in general. So we have to wait and see. I think the draft, Vladimir here can get really nasty. Team Liquid are hovering around the side here. Are they looking for a gank? Not sure what this was for. IG have some options level 1. The level 1 is crazy strong, but YamatoCannon is not too shabby, so I'm expecting something just safe. Baulan, does he have sweeper? No. Fiddle Kaiser has some windows against YamatoCannon, but YamatoCannon, I think, more or less is better. I think it's a mistake to not go cleanse here on Xayah, because on level 6, Fiddle, if he comes from the bush, can definitely one-shot. You fear, you silence the Rakan, and then you fear, and you can definitely one-shot Xayah here. I think cleanse is very important. Basically, cleanse, Xayah ult, it's always going to be good. Interesting. E-start on GP. Is that a thing? I don't think it's a thing. He started E. Did I miss something? Put it in the comments below if I missed something. Actually, I hate when YouTubers do that shit. Oh, what do you think? Put it in the comments below. Subscribe and like. Nah, don't do it. I despise YouTubers that do this shit. Okay. Jackie Love and Baulan are pushing. He is very strong to push, of course, of Fiddle. And Kaiser Q is also really good. Early on is cool. Jackie Love needs to sidestep a lot of Rakan Ws in order to win this matchup. But of course, the moment Rakan Ws, he's going to get feared. And that's where Fiddle procs Aftershock, but his W can still go off. I've seen plenty of Rakans go Aftershock in this matchup, because you hit your W very freely and then you are in Aftershock while you are feared. But Guardian is just as fine, not a big deal. He's going for Tenacity in his runes, Tenacity in Resolve, Tenacity in his Precision tree. Here you see Leon with Olaf has a monster clear speed. You can get, of course, full clear at 3 minutes. This is not a lot of champions that can reach this. Well, not a lot of useful champions that can reach this. Here I think, of course, it's easy to say from our perspective that he should have looked to check on this Gragas and look to invade, because there is a high chance that he didn't clear his topside camp. His blue, depending on the sequencing of the jungling. In this case, he wasn't on blue, but the wave position of mids and top wasn't super exciting, so it was given up. Rookie is basing already now because of course, not having TP into Akali. I believe this wave is a cannon wave, so I think Rookie's not going to lose much. He's going to be on time. Having no TP into TP changes the dynamic of all matchups. So this is 4 minutes, should be Cannon Wave. Cannon Wave walking into tower now. Xmithy ganking top. Deshai insulting Nuguri for getting ganked. Let's see how he does. I think Deshai needs to flash, yeah. Good timing gank from Xmithy here. Knowing Olaf passed mid lane and went into bottom side crab, Deshai needs to make sure his wave is positioned correctly to not get ganked by any of these type of shenanigans. Gragas could potentially regank, but Vladimir had a ward. Pink Ward and River for Team Liquid. So there's a blind spot there for Deshai. And now, just because Gragas showed on top, let's see what they can do. No cleanse. No cleanse. TP down. Oh, this is dangerous. Holy shit. Diving Zyrakan is always dangerous, right? But here, the taunt, the fear timing is just not good. And does Jackie Love tank a third shot? Because it looks like it. Yeah, Jackie Love tanks a third shot before anything happens, and the fear comes down before anything. Here they want to one-shot Zaya, but they can't because they're not in position to hit her. I did not hit her. I did not. Rookie walked down bottom. Akali's here in position. Jackie Love with the heal. Gonna be safe from Jensen. But this is a huge price to pay for Jensen. He's not happy that he had to TP like this. It's going to be very bad for his lane. He lost a lot of HP. Has only 1 potion. This is very beneficial for Rookie, so he's happy about this outcome. Isolated here in mid lane. Olaf died though, so Gragas is going to regain a lot of tempo, but Rookie is going to have a massive advantage here. Jensen wanted to catch mid, and we can just take a look from what position Jensen TP'd from. Where was Jensen when he TP'd? So Jensen's on the mid tower when he TP'd. And here, when I see IG, I just want to call them Instagram. Instagram dived here very poorly. The question is, can they dive in the first place? Like Jackie Love is very low HP. I think there is a world where they one-shot here in the fear. But they don't have a lot of time. So maybe if they walk up and delay this dive any further, maybe Double Lips just clears the wave here. So without the wave, definitely they can't dive. So the timing of this maybe is just too bad. So maybe here, Team Liquid managed to chunk the wave. The wave is too small. They need to walk already now. Like here, they need to walk. But Leon he axed the golems. Oh, that's most of Olaf's damage right there. I definitely see a world where they one-shot double lift. If they go straight, they don't do golems. Some miscommunication here, and Leon didn't have axe. Definitely they can one-shot double lift. Double lift, no TP, even if they trade 1-for-1. I say Fiddle dies. I think they're really happy. Jensen TPs is a bad position to TP. Mid is really fucked. Mid is monster fucked here. Double of BF into pickaxe, so he's happy. He got a kill off of this. So mid is fucked, but Team Liquid's bot lane is improved. And the jungle matchup is also improved. But Olaf always has an advantage in 1v2, like 1v1, 2v2 skirmishes against Gragas. And Gragas wants to play more like 5v5 style and play it slow and scale into the game more. So now the next move of IG should always be to play through mid into bottom, isolate top matchup. They need to be careful about Gangplank ult, because that's going to be powerful. That's why I want them to fight on mid instead of on top. They could also shift the entire game and ignore bottom and just play to dive the GP. This is also an approach. Because of the GP ult. The GP ult can shift the 4v4 on bottom side that are quite close to begin with. 30 CS ahead, Rookie. Edges from before. The wave was frozen. Jensen TV down to bottom. It was quite a disaster. But Rookie played this out phenomenally so far, and he's looking quite clean. Liana's on bottom now, looking to pressure. Gragas is matching, he's on bottom side. I think this is looking like a counter gank. They saw that the wave is frozen. So IG had a frozen wave here, and they are waiting for their team, because they don't want to die to a gank here. I respect it. Wave is frozen, and Team Liquid are trying to get the most out of it. The Beer Sword advantage. Also, Olaf's position is revealed anyway, because he gave blue to Orianna. They had to give blue at this time. Usually you want to pressure the Akali because of the weakened position she's in, but he couldn't because he was out of mana, so he just needed to base anyway. But Team Liquid know that Olaf is on bottom side because Olaf just gave blue to Orianna. So IG are just pushing, and now they're freezing the wave in an even better position. There's a blind spot here for IG in Tribush. Team Liquid are in super good position to fight now, because IG didn't manage to accomplish anything through the means of unfreezing, because Team Liquid still kept the wave in a bad position. There's the Gangplank ult. Xmethy with the Gragas ult. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very good play from Team Liquid. So I think the whole plan to play around bottom just doesn't work for IG anymore. The Gangplank ult is too powerful, and Team Liquid are ahead on bottom. They're ahead on XP, ahead on gold. I think they need to look to snowball onto the GP. GP is still a target for those dives. You can see the Shy has accrued a 10 CS advantage already. Kali is hovering into top. Orianna's hovering into bottom, so I believe IG should know about this. Team Liquid should still play on bottom, continue playing on bottom. It's working out for them. This play was wonderful. They went for Fiddle. Fiddle, while he is good into Rakan, he's very easy to gank. Very, very easy to gank. This is the weakness of Fiddlesticks. He can be a genius or he can be a dirty enter. And right now, he didn't die, but he did get ganked. So my point still stands. Rookie is snowballing his advantage over and over. Jensen is falling more and more behind. He burned his TP, got nothing, and his wave was frozen after walking into mid. It's super, super bad. But I imagine Rookie is also just playing better. Rookie had to use flash. I don't know on what. I believe it's Akali Olin. Or Rakan. Let's pretend, let's say Rakan ganked. Rakan ganked with Akali ult and Rookie used flash. Have to check pro view. CodeJJ looks like the coolest motherfucker, man, when he's playing. Always when I look at his cam, he's chewing his gum and it just looks super chill. So Team Liquid snowball through bottom, IG through mid. Mid into bottom also works. Just not through bottom. Like they tried to go with Olaf through bottom, I think that's a mistake. Rookie doing some Doimbi tactics. Cow, double lift with no cleanse. No cleanse, he's dead. Okay, Rookie finding a path into bottom. That's cool. Okay. The Shy testing some limits here. He has no pull, he has flash. The Shy should be dead. No pull. And he burned flash. So this is just bad all-in timing from the Shy. He's pulling a Nuguri. I'm just bullying him a bit because he complained about Nuguri. And says he doesn't want to be compared to him. But you have to compare them. It's just natural. The natural progression. So IG managed to find a play onto bottom through mid. Which is a big improvement from doing it through bottom. Through bottom looks very difficult. Fiddlesticks ult onto double lift with the fear. He has no cleanse. I think this will be a problem. And it's the only reason I think IG had this window to do this. Now Orianna continues. The roam onto bottom gave Akali some breathing room. Always you see here Orianna is pushing, hovering into bot. Orianna is pushing, hovering into bot. Full vision on bottom side. Olaf just needs to back up Orianna, make sure she doesn't get ganked by Gragas, and then all is good. 3 pink was now on bottom side of the map. Gragas is doing some lane gank shenanigans. It's very important that if you do these lane gank shenanigans, that you, after pushing, you retake river here. It's very important Team Liquid retake river. You see CodeJJ's movement now. If you play through bottom, retake river because you need to help your mid laner and pressure into your mid laner after this. Jensen is fake pressuring here a little bit. Or actually, it's not fake, but he's just trying to abuse the fact that Rookie's out of mana. The blue buff is spawning. Maybe this could be an opportunity for Team Liquid because Jensen's going to have Prior here. He's going to push. But most likely, Jensen wants to base and use this base timer and match Rookie because he has a lot of gold. Maybe he can buy like a Vampiric Scepter, get closer to his Gunblade. So, we have a race here where IG are choosing to play through mid into bot, while Team Liquid are playing through bottom into mid. Everything, if you play through side, you need to pressure into mid. You need to retake river. Taking control of river is always the first step. After you take control of the river, all of a sudden Gragas and Rakan are in fog and you can pressure into mid. Xayah can push bottom, and Rakan and Gragas are pressuring both mid and bottom at the same time. After you have managed to maintain Prior from bottom and mid, all of a sudden you can step into enemy jungle and create situations where you are in an advantageous position. So IG is very important that they take the Orianna and Olaf, pressure through mid into bottom. So Akali chooses not to base. I think he's going to wait for Gunblade, going to get the plate. Maybe he needs another wave or two, and then he has Gunblade gold. He's going to TB back to maintain tempo. Completely fine with that reasoning. Orianna has no flash, so Xmithy ganking this is a high likely scenario. I don't like how little emphasis Lian has had on the mid 2v2, because I think if you give Rookie more space here, it's always going to be good. Jensen gets taunted here, Gragas ult, or not taunted, but Orianna ulted. He's still in his shroud, so he should be fine. GP ult comes down, Rakan is in, all the low HPs here. Olaf is so fucking strong in this 2v2 here, and very well played here from IG, because they do impact at the right time. Let's see if they know about Gragas' position. Gragas gets spotted here, he goes into river, so the fact that Gragas didn't get spotted anywhere else, they know that Gragas is coming around mid lane. Olaf swings around. I think this ward here is placed poorly. because this ward usually spots Olaf. But I think in this case it didn't, because you can put it a bit more here to the right and then you spot Olaf coming around the corner, because Olaf went past here and I don't think Olaf got spotted. So this is why Team Liquid are so confident in going for this, because if they know Olaf position, they will not go for this. Rakan and Fiddle are quite evenly matched here, but Fiddle is first because he has Moby boots. And then Jensen just gets clapperooed. It has to back off instantly. Xmithy stopwatches. And then the damage from Fiddle and Olaf is just too high here. Very well played here from IG. They can maybe pick up a couple of platings. But Doublelift has Essence Reaver already. I think he can one-shot the wave if he wants to. Okay. Okay. What is Rookie doing? I don't know why Rookie is walking up so much. He's so low HP. Like even Xayah can flash and kill him. Baolan trolling a bit. You can go, Jensen. Oh, maybe you can't. Okay. Big recovery here for Team Liquid. IG ran it down here. Big time. So this was very bad. IG had no means to siege. Doublelift one-shotted the wave with his spells. Rookie died to code JJ's flash. They should just keep tempo, pressure into jungle, put down wards and just base. Impact holding his own here against the Vladimir. This matchup gets worse with time, so still Gangplank has a fighting chance still. The all-in didn't work out in favor of Deshai, and Deshai has been ganked a couple of times. Deshai has been left on an island from his own team. Lian tried to do some plays into bottom, which I think was a mistake. He should have always played through mid here because of how strong Orianna was, and then with Orianna playing into bottom. So I think IG are making some stylistic choices that are wrong. Team Liquids are very aware of their win conditions, I felt, by playing through bottom after that initial dive happened, and Xmithy has been very active this game. Jensen's on to bottom. IG is just trading map side. They don't care about Herald after 14, it seems. But Herald is quite good against Orianna because it's hard to take the tower, and when mid tower is down, it opens up so much for Rakan to set up dives. So here IG are looking to trade first tower for Rift Herald, but I think the fact that they give up mid tower is such a big deal here. Giving up mid tower gives the enemy so much space. Orianna and Gragas, Rakan, Gragas against Orianna when there's no mid tower is super huge. Xmithy is gonna die. Xmithy just dies. Okay. That's gonna be very sad for Gangplank. IG is now in position to go on to Dragon. Imagine if Gragas is not dead here. They get a mid prio and then GP has TP advantage. They can easily contest this if Gragas is alive. But now it becomes a bit more trickier when Gragas is dead. So let's see this decision of Team Liquid. It's an Infernal Drake after all. So this is a massive blunder here from Xmithy, because this Drake should have been in Team Liquid's favor because of their state of the map. They had the TP advantage. Impact buying MR now. Shai losing his turret. So far so good from Impact. Shai got ganked twice, and Impact is making it worth it. Still, Olaf 2v2s, 3v3s should be in favor with anything with Olaf in it. Olaf is monster strong right now. Team Liquid, I believe they should get mid prio now because Orianna has no tower. So she doesn't have that to back onto. Orianna can get engaged on by Gragas and Rakan from flanks. Team Liquid should use that to spread pressure away from Gangplank, and Team Liquid in this current map state, I think they have a lot of options. I think it's not too bad. IG is definitely on the back foot, but I think scaling is in their favor. They have the Kaiser, Orianna, and the Vladimir. Fiddle also makes the scaling of the enemy worse because they need to itemize specifically against Fiddlesticks, so that's the beauty of Fiddle. But you can see Rakan is itemizing Mikael's. IG on the mid wave now, similar to yesterday, where they walked 4 on mid. They're giving up bottom wave because Jensen has TP. IG are playing on 2 waves. 4-1 is their option. Xmith is getting caught and chunked, but doesn't matter too much. He has a potion, and he can also, of course, drink and get his passive on. Here I felt like IG needed to look to dive the Gangplank, because Team Liquid are all stacking on mid wave, and bot wave is Akali tanking, hitting the tower. They need to consider diving GP. GP has no ult. Lian is taking a very bad path here. I think this is very unnecessary. I don't like this from Lian. Akali still pushed bottom, and Team Liquid managed to hold tower. Saya has just too good wave clear. So the sieging option is not quite the same as yesterday for IG, where they have a full poke composition and they just look to siege. Here it's more about IG and making sure they get prio and then move on to Vladimir's side and pressure dive onto the GP. But now it's going to get a lot harder. GP has Trinity Force, and Team Liquid are just looking to play a 1-3-1. If IG matches the 1-3-1, then Team Liquid are in a better state, because I think 3v3 Team Liquid should get prio on mid. Xayah is way far ahead of Kai'Sa, and Orianna needs to catch against Akali. Akali has TP, and Orianna can't really push Akali out that easily from the lane, because if Orianna face checks, she might lose, even though she's ahead against Akali. Akali bought Mercury, which is better for the 1v1. So this is something we have to pay attention to. Team Liquid definitely have a lot of options of how they want to play the game here, but I think 1-3-1 for Team Liquid, 1-4 for IG. They need to break mid prio and then hover and threaten dive onto the Gangplank. Because still here, this is Team Liquid's game to lose. IG are just going to play for scaling, and Team Liquid needs to look for opportunities where they can use their TPs to get a favorable fight, or pressure Nashor when it spawns here at 20-minute mark. Orianna takes blue. KoJJ is out and about. KoJJ has so much tenacity. About 50%, a bit more. So the fear is practically immune. I would be very shocked if he buys Athene's instead of Mikael's. Balan gets caught and killed. So you see IG is getting kind of constricted in the way they need to play the game here. Very constricted. Team Liquid have the mid prio, they have the side prio, they have the TP advantages. Team Liquid are contesting all the space very patiently. Team Liquid not taking any major risks, and Balan is caught here between a rotation, and he gets one-shotted. He gets his face kicked in. That's a broken nose and a bit more. Impact now. Okay. This is getting very close. The Shy with the solo kill. It begins. It begins. This is why I wanted IG to keep pushing and then pressuring into Vladimir, because the fact that Vladimir got ganked 2 times this game and there was no recovery from his team delayed this a big amount of time. But now everything kind of explodes. This was very low effort. The Shy can repeat this over and over. Hexdrinker is going to get bought, but the Shy is gonna go home and buy even more items. So you see the empowered Q, that's the timer to all in, phase rush. And you see the Shy, did he just dodge the barrel? Did he dodge the barrel? With the Proto Boy? He gets hit now. Yeah, he gets hit. Boom. Team Liquid need to continue in the same fashion. Akali into bottom against Vladimir. That's a change of pace. So they are avoiding the matchup here for GP. GP is gonna go top. Akali is gonna go into bottom. I still think that Vladimir should win the Akali at this point in the game. She has Mercury and she's buying Liandry's. So we'll have to see. Vladimir should definitely win side, and Team Liquid should win the other side of the map. Xayah still monsterly far ahead. You see 1.2k gold ahead. They're walking onto mid lane. Spellbinder is getting bought by Rookie. And Code JJ now. Jensen with the Prio finds an opportunity, but that was dirty from Code JJ. Look at Xayah positioning here when they're forcing. Xayah positioning, Gragas positioning, they are nowhere to be found. This is a big mistake. The call is not that great. The Shy, and Rookie. The squad. Okay, so the engage was piss poor. Because look here. Take a look at this. Look at Xayah positioning, Gragas positioning. Jensen has Prio, that's why they're going. Code JJ goes, but he flashes. Jackie Love flashes. Fear into death of Rakan. Jensen has no ult here, no damage. He is not a threat anymore. Impact dies. Oh, he doesn't die. Almost dies. And it's a 2 for 3. The Shy burns TP. So Team Liquid, after this situation, they're going to have a position where... Oh! Okay. Is David Blaine or what? Trying to... Now I will make this fat man disappear. Let's take a look again. Look at Xayah's positioning. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found here. Xayah's positioning. Gragas positioning. Jackie Love does a very good flash. The fear comes in. Rakan is one shot. Boom. And then Jackie Love's ult is really pretty here too. Is it? He just avoids the damage. It's an okay ult. I thought he avoided the Akali ult damage, but he still got hit, but he blocked it with the shield. Here's I had flash, but it won't make a difference. And it's 2 for 4 situation for IG. Scaling is definitely on their side. Muramana's finished. Orianna's very strong. Vladimir is even stronger. This GP is not going to scale that good because he has Mortius. He's not going to be that big of a threat in fights. It's all about that GP ult and, the champions of IG are pretty mobile and can get away from it. Like Fiddlestick should be in fog at all times. And Jackie Love is mobile. Orianna has a lot of move speed. She has Spellbinder. Baolan should never show his face on the map. Still very strange that they didn't buy Mikhails instead of this Athenes. Doublelift is forced to buy Quicksilver Sash, and right now in a 5v5 IG is stronger because of this fact. This Fiddlesticks is getting too much value right now. Too much value. Even if he fears like, let's say the Gragas, it's also quite lethal. Jackie Love going, IG is going up for a siege here. That's a TP from Akali. This is quite optimistic. IG spotted this. It's a big TP to waste here because Vladimir is no longer threatened by the idea of going into bottom, because he can pressure the Gangplank out really hard. Impact is dead here. Impact had a good start of the game, but now he just can't find his footing. IG now, 2 games that they played very methodical, very slow, and then they reach a point where they keep the enemy in a stranglehold. The TP situation, the TP call that Team Liquid just made is not good. They tried to find a fight while Vladimir is on bottom. IG spotted it very well. And then now IG's position is... the IG stock in this game is quickly increasing in value. Xayah is still quite strong, but the fact that she needs to buy QSS is what makes everything a bit more murky for her. We have to wait and see. What's a Cloud Drake? IG's in position. This Vladimir is very strong. This is a Vladimir with without Klepto. This is a Vladimir with Phase Rush, a combat summoner. This one is very tough to get away from. He has Flash as well. IG just trade. I think it's a fair trade for IG. Mid tower is always valuable. Cloud Drake, not so much. KoJJ taking some damage. This Athene's, I've never seen it stack the whole game. Gangplank on bottom now. The Shy has no TP. Impact has TP. So IG are looking to start an Asher here. They have some tools to turn. They have Fiddlesticks ultimate. But they don't have any pink wards, so this might be dangerous. Lian needs to tank this, but he doesn't have a lot of armor. Only a Glacier Shroud. And Tabi Ninjas, I believe. Team Liquid, if they can find a poke here, it's good. But I think Impact just TP too soon. Here, if Team Liquid don't TP as fast as they did, then this can be super good for them. Because they have Gangplank ult, they can play it safe. Team Liquid just keep hitting, pushing bottom. Impact, no one's gonna match you, they have no TP. The moment they get your TP, they are super happy and can walk away. Just here, GP ult. You just need to GP ult. And then keep hitting bot, and then TP when the time is right. GP ult for the vision, and then all is good. TP is happening onto mid lane. On top of that, this TP distance that you just made is very short. It doesn't matter too much. And IG is so happy, because now they got your TP. You have no TPs, the Shy is gonna go bottom, and now you're gonna be the ones forced to force. And you need to do Nasher. Vladimir can go into bottom with TP as soon as it's up. And you lost a big advantage that you had here. Like, it was a good push to be on bottom for Impact, but after, just GP ult onto the Nash and give your team the vision to face check and then TP when you have a fight. For sure. Here, could have been inhib situation for Team Liquid. IG were really happy to see that TP come down. That position was rough for them. No QSS yet. Redemption coming in next now for Rakan. The fact that he didn't go Mikhails still boggles my mind. Just if he had Mikhails right now and went to Redemption, it would be crazy, because Redemption gets double bonuses from heal and shield power effects. And Mikhails gives you 20%. Now Vladimir with TP on. Still grouping. Banshee on for a rookie. Skari is not that strong. She's not going to be able to one-shot someone per se. QSS finished now on Xayah. Double lift could carry, but it is tough to do so against a Vladimir that's so strong. Void staff. Vladimir is monster fed now, and his job is just to deal with the Xayah, and his team can deal with the rest. So IG, I think they are stronger in a 5v5. Unless Team Liquid can find a way to one-shot someone with their combination. It's just that Fiddlesticks is always lurking around the corner. And IG have a lot of tools to make sure that they don't get engaged on. There's Pool, there's Kaiser E, there's the Banshee, and Olaf can't really get engaged on. Impact no TP, big wave stacking on bot, but IG have chosen to not to make sure that bottom is not a relevant part of this game. So Impact cleared bottom wave. IG have a swing here, and I think Impact just chose to clear bottom wave because of the position of top wave. So he knows that IG needs to back off and clear top. So he had a little window there of pressure where he could clear it and create a slow push. It would slow push regardless, but at least like this he got some CS. This GP that bought Maw is very weak in fights. Normal Mortius is just a lane item, honestly. It's not that good for fighting. Unless you're like an AD carry and enemy has like a Kali, then it's fine. But here for GP, he's not much of a threat. Hexadrinker bot now for Jackalope. Speaking of, the Shy pushing out top, just scaling. IG just maintaining their space around Baron. Team Liquid have a hard time face checking with their team. Anyone on their team can easily get one shot, and Rookie is doing well. Impact fucks up his battle. He could potentially proc the Banshee there. Banshee is proc now. Redemption is on. 3k. It's down. Xmithy was nowhere to be found. So IG maintained Baron space for quite some time. Enemy team is completely blind. They use Redemption to check. IG could be hitting this for even longer. It's just that Jackalope is doing Raptor. Like here, they could have started in this moment. Rookie is in position. He has Banshee, so he's playing with this a lot. Rookie is playing on Banshee big time here and on his flash. I really respect this. I really like this. Jackalope is on the Nasher now. If he didn't do the Raptors, then it would be even lower now. But let's see an Xmithy's movement, because now they know. Redemption comes down, and now they know. Fear comes out, and Gragas is Fear. That's why. He tries to come in, but Balan fears him. He tries to E away from it, but Nasher is finished. So IG with phenomenal coverage here. TP out. Oh! Wombo Comberino, Rookie and the Shy are back. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's take a look here on IG's space control. How did it begin? Let's learn from this here. So it started with the bot wave. Their grouping is 5. They clear the vision now, and then Akali is on top. They walk on mid wave. They don't get the space here necessarily, but Team Liquid are afraid to continue. Team Liquid have a hard time face checking, and Baolan and Rookie are always covering the river through this space. Here they're covering this space always. Team Liquid could find entrance through here because they have a ward here. So maybe this is the mistake of Team Liquid. Now IG is walking on the wave, Akali is on top. So they're calling bullshit on what Team Liquid is doing, and now Akali is showing. IG get prio. Lian is walking into this space for some reason because he wants to take red. Okay. IG take red. Gangplank showed on bottom. And now we have a repeat where Akali is going to hover into mid and Vladimir is going to show on top wave. When Vladimir shows on top wave, what happens with IG? They lose a mid prio, but Orianna catches. And now Vladimir is going to go back into top, pushes this one and also next. IG catch Team Liquid in a base timer. And after they push this top wave, they never let go. I like this a lot. Because it doesn't matter too much if Team Liquid actually managed to get mid prio. because they're walking here. IG already won the space. So if Jakilov is just not doing Raptors here, it's even more dangerous what IG is doing. And then finding entry here is so hard because there's no one really that wants to face check. No one on Team Liquid that really wants to face check. And now let's see this fight again. The Shy just had empowered Q, so he just ult Q without E, protobelt ult Q. He just went for it to chunk double lift to fuck. It worked, flash, but the charm continued, and then boom, the Orianna ball was the thing of beauty. And now IG, most likely they just end the game. Will they end the game? No, they can't end the game. Spellbinder was still on. Rookie did not use Spellbinder in that fight when he did the huge Orianna ult. Jensen getting cock-blocked by this Banshee. Itemization was way better as well from IG than it was from Team Liquid. I think CodeJJ definitely needed to buy Mikhail's because this Fiddlesticks. Team Liquid was respecting this Fiddlesticks for so long. For so long. And here, a big difference maker why Team Liquid didn't manage to get something started was IG didn't give the same openings as Damwon yesterday. IG mid to late game looks very, very good in comparison to what Damwon brought to the table. And the Shy is not doing any coin flip plays. So IG, I'm happy I predicted one group right at least. It was very nice. Lian, I think he has very little activity for the jungler. I think he definitely could do more, but maybe it's just a team decision to pressure into bottom there. I think if they play through mid into bottom, I think they could have suffocated Team Liquid much earlier. Rookie found an amazing play where he roamed and took the plant. Oh, the Shy. No pull. He didn't pull. He didn't pull. Oh. Okay. The game is over. Team Liquid played it well early on, where they found advantages through bottom. They deflected the dive, but Rookie had full pressure on mid. Xmithy wanted to punish Rookie no flash a bit too late, I think. And when they did, Lian was in position to fight the 2v2. I think this swung the game. And then IG fucked up really hard when they sieged on mid lane. They needed to just hover into top side and pressure more dives on GP. Xmithy also ganked top. So I think Xmithy was very active early. I think it was positive. Then afterwards, there was a situation where Impact could continue pressuring on bottom. But IG played it really, really well, how they hid on Fog with Fiddle and how they always pressured the Orianna. Rookie's positioning was absolutely crazy in this game. Really, really good. Like, the way he was controlling space with Orianna was fucking beautiful. Honestly, to me, it looks like... this was a fucking crazy game from the Shy and Rookie in terms of individual play. And I'm super impressed. I think they're taking this group for sure. Team Liquid showed some signs of life in the early game, but then later on they just couldn't figure out how to pressure the map through mid. The Vladimir got enough time to scale, and they couldn't find ways to put down vision because Fiddle and Orianna was constantly blocking them. It was very, very tough, honestly. Maybe they needed to try something where they go with YamatoCannon onto side and then push through side and then gain entry. But putting deep vision against Orianna Fiddle, how do you really do it without suiciding with this composition? Very difficult. IG once again showing a lot of intelligence in how they need to play the game later on. Because yesterday in the game that we saw with IG, they were playing this poke composition and then it just looked like the enemy had no options. Here as well, IG with their decision making later on into the game, where they cover so much space with Oriana and Fiddle and make it hard for Team Liquid to play the game. I really don't know how Team Liquid solved this puzzle. It's super difficult because no one can really face check, or Gragas will get one-shotted, Ragal will get one-shotted, and it will just be a start of a bad fight. So building vision was just a big problem because IG knew that with time they're going to win the game anyway. So as long as IG contests the space that Team Liquid need to contest in order to walk in, they knew nothing's gonna happen. And IG didn't make the same mistakes as Damwon yesterday. And this was a beautiful game from IG, honestly. Beautiful game. It was some mistakes, of course. In mid lane, they got caught. The Baolan got caught as well. We saw when the map situation was 1-3-1 and Vladimir was not winning his GP 1v1 as hard, then it looked a lot easier for Team Liquid because they had prio almost everywhere. When they had prio almost everywhere, then they could slowly take vision away. But after, when Vladimir started to win, then they had no prio and Vladimir could rotate into mid, and Rookie with Banshee was just too hard to deal with. The Banshee was such a key item here. The Banshee's Veil was monstrous. The Banshee on Vlad and Oriana made such a huge difference. Then afterwards, Rookie and Baolan just controlled space. It was beautiful. Okay. Vladimir also solo killed GP, and then GP with the Mobai doesn't win against Vlad, doesn't do anything in the game, and that's why Vladimir is considered such a good pick into this champion. Nevertheless, IG looks like the best team in the group. I think the way they figured out how to play the game is just on another level of all of these teams in Group D. Also something we saw SKT and RNG struggle with today. IG's just IQ in terms of how to play the game is really, really high. Really high. I want to take a look back when it shifted. So I felt like it shifted very heavily when GP died 1v1, and then IG Team Liquid were trying to walk into the space for the first time, but they couldn't enter much further than that. A lot of pink ward bought for IG, and IG play a beautiful defensive game. Because right away here, Team Liquid didn't get any vision off of this. I feel like Team Liquid, just because they're blue, it makes it a bit harder. Because there's a lot of access points for them, for IG to check Nashor. Team Liquid, if they were red, maybe they could just control the river on top side, and that would be enough for them to start Nashor. But here on blue, it's not enough. They need to win the space. Then here, this TP was just, it just reeks of desperation. They try to, doesn't reek of desperation, that's a bit unfair. They're just going for it because the Shy has no TP and they're looking to force a fight. But it just wasn't good enough of an attempt. Oriana dies, GP dies because of Spellbinder. Simbag had a fine early, but then he was completely useless. So here you can see it's much easier because imagine this is Baron, right? Because this is the shape opposite space of Baron. If they are on red, it's very similar. They just need to control river, and that's much easier against Fiddle than to control the enemy jungle space. Because here, IG is always going to have access to the Nash, and maybe still the best play for Team Liquid was just to try to force Nashor. But still, doing that against Fiddle, Oriana, Vladimir is very tough. So IG just figured out the more convenient and more better way to play the game. They had scaling on their side. And here, this was a moment where Impact could have continued pushing. Just do GP ult and continue pushing. And it would have been definitely something that would improve Team Liquid's chances of winning the game. Because the moment he TP'd, IG is happy. They need to defend mid. They don't care about giving up a tower or two, if that's the case. Just get rid of the TP. Happy to not lose in hit bottom. I think it's good for IG. Okay. Well, if you have ProView, just if you want to play Oriana at the highest level, then just look at how Rookie played this game. That was fucking nuts, man. What the fuck, man? Jesus. Oh, man. Wow.